Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO DC Superman Mech vs. Lex Luthor. It is set number 76302, comes with 120 pieces, plus 2 minifigures, and was released in January 2025 for $15. I'll be the first to admit I've gotten a handful of mechs, mostly from, they're all from Marvel, so this is my first DC one. So I'm kind of interested to see how this thing's gonna go. I won't be too surprised if they brought this out due to the Superman movie getting ready to come out in theaters. I believe, this summer. Plus, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be getting some sets based off of that movie as well. So this might not be the only time we see Superman and Lex Luthor in Lego form this year. Anyway, I'm glad Lego put this out. It's a nice, palette cleanser from the several years we've gotten basically nothing but Batman sets for Lego DC ever since the DCEU kind of fell apart. So I think Lego's starting to get a little, get a little bit more comfortable with making DC sets that aren't Batman anymore. Admittedly, this isn't a long step, but it is a step in the right direction. Sure enough, taking a look at the box art, we see the full set in all its glory with a nice background look for Metropolis in the background. Can't really make any recognizable buildings like the Daily Planet or LexCorp, but it does look good with the mech in a nice action pose. We got images of Superman and Lex Luthor on the bottom. The top of the set shows a 1-to-1 image of the Superman minifigure, and we get another image of the height on the back. The stuff have a thumb tab, so you do have to damage the box or to open it. But this only has one thumb tab, so it didn't really need more. So it looks like we actually have two small bags. We have the cape in a small box, and here is the instruction manual with a CG render of the set, which actually looks pretty good. Once again, we get an advertisement for paper bags, and they said without them, and then just jump straight into the build. There's your parts list. No other sets advertised. So this shouldn't take too long. So obviously we're gonna jump into a time lapse for this set, starting right now. Alright, the build is done. That took about 10-15 minutes, nothing too crazy going on. We'll go ahead and take a look at the minifigures first, starting with the Man of Steel himself, Superman. Kind of disappointed that they switched out what hairpiece they were using. Like, when they first came out with Superman, they made a specific hairpiece for him, so he could have the signature S in his hair. In fact, I got one of those early Superman figures here right now, so I really missed that they took out that signature S in the hair with this figure. Otherwise, it's actually pretty good. You notice that he's got a blue hip taking out the red trunks. I mean, that has been happening in the comics for a while now. But like I said, I believe we're supposed to be getting at least a couple sets based off the Superman movie coming out, and he does have the red trunks. So I won't be too surprised if it's time if we see that coming back. You'll also notice that the S shield on this figure is slightly different than the older version. I do kind of like the change. It's a bit bigger. But plus you got some good good painting on the torso, like showing off the muscles. Along with the belt, just a little bit of red on the sides, with the classic shield shape for the belt buckle. No printing on the arms or legs, not that really needed. You can take a look. They got a little bit of printing on the back torso. Also, and then one other change is that they changed up the look for the alternate face. Like, they keep like with the old one, you can see like he's got the red in his eyes for his heat vision, but plus he's a bit angrier. But for this one, while they keep the red for the heat vision, his angry face is much more subtle, which I feel like is much more aligned with the character. Also, they changed up the cape. It's still the soft the material, which I really do like. It's more flexible. It won't to like it won't it's easier to bend. It's easier to bend. It doesn't crinkle up. But it's also the new type where it's only one hole, so it makes it a bit easier to put on the figure. All in all, pretty solid Superman figure. And of course, the other one we have is Lex Luthor. He's using the same base face they've been using ever since Lego DC Superheroes came out. Which, to be honest, I don't mind it. I feel like they nailed the look for Lex Luthor day one, so I don't mind not doing any change. And he's got some shoulder pad armor. I believe these are from the Bad Batch. I think it's from Wrecker, but I honestly don't remember which. But of course, being Lex Luthor, it's in the transparent light green to represent kryptonite. You also notice his accessories are a piece of kryptonite with that same uh, rock piece that we've been getting, I think, almost all the way back from Rock Raiders. And then he's also got a stud launcher with using that same transparent light to green shot. And as usual, they go to provide a couple extra shots. As for the torso, let me take off the accessories. There's a lot of detail going on here. You got a little metallic gray up at the top. Of course, you got the Lex Core logo on the torso. Lots of armor detailing going on, and of course, green and purple. Lex's signature colors. He's got purple for his hair, and plus he's got quite a bit of printing, on the legs and the feet, and same going on with the back of the torso. So much more detailed figure than Superman, but still overall a really solid figure. So both versions of Superman and Lex Luthor are really solid detailed. Really good figures. To make exclusive for only a $15 set. All right, for the mech itself, I do like the printed S shield on the torso. Oh, it's the only detail that's not brick built, but I do like that it's printed. I like the use of you got some jet boosters on the back. I mean, take a look at this thing from the front. You could easily imagine this as being basically representing the cape. You even got some red armor pieces on the shoulders. There's kind of help represent that as well. But taking a look back, they're actually thrusters, and I like the fact that Lego stuck to the Superman color scheme of red, blue, and yellow so much that they even made the technopins that go into the thrusters yellow, even though most of the time you're not even gonna see them. So yeah, I would really like that dedication of keeping to the Superman color scheme. Got some detail, nice mix of the red and yellow for the waist. It's like the use of the metallic gold ingot for the belt buckle. Actually, got quite a few ingots. It's going on here. Got some in the legs and in the arms. While this isn't my first time getting a Lego mech, this is my first time getting one that utilizes these 4+ mech pieces, like the ones you see in the 4+ Ninjago sets or the Star Wars 4+ ATSD. So it does have a little bit less functionality in the arms and legs than I've gotten used to. All the other ones I've done have been fully mixo joints, and so not as functional as the ones I've gone before, but good enough functionality as well. I won't be too surprised if it was done for stability issues, making it easier to have these guys just stand up, because it's like I was just messing around with one of my with the Thor mech got a while back, which again was fully mixo joints. But I did find it a bit difficult to do, get the legs to where it could put it in a standing pose. Anyway, pretty solid mech design. One thing I noticed in the instruction manuals is that when you open and the torso to put Superman in, the box shows you having the figure sitting down. I want to see if you can get him in there standing up. Just just a little experimentation going on. I mean, obviously you can get him in there. There's the studs, but I want to see how it looks. With him staying up, he does stick out there a bit much. Kind of weird seeing two Superman and S shields instead of just one. But you can. But if you want to get him in there standing up, you totally can. But for you know for him to be in there, as Lego intended, you might want to have the arms up because that looked a bit tight. There we go. There we go. So that's how Lego probably intends you to have the figure in there. But you can totally have them in there standing up if you want to. So for $15, it's actually not so bad. It's a bit high on the price point if you're the kind of guy who thinks that Lego is supposed to be 10 cents per piece, even though that's hardly it hardly makes sense. But for $15, it's not bad. And like I said, it's a nice palate cleanser from all the Batman sets we've gotten in the last couple years. Like when Lego DC's superheroes first started, like we got basically the entire Justice League within the first year or so of the theme existing, and then the character lineup just kept getting so much more and more diverse between heroes and villains. And then it's just like after the DCEU fell apart after Aquaman at the end of Aquaman 2, like Lego backtracked and just did more. Basically, Lego DC basically became Lego Batman all over again. So again, it's a nice palate cleanser to be able to get a set that's more along the lines of what we used to get for Lego DC. Again, it's not a long step, but it is a step in the right direction. Plus, if you got plus it's a good one for like kids who are just getting into Lego and are big on superheroes. Hey, you got the very first superhero ever created in a super cheap set. So it's great. So it's probably great for little kids. So yeah, I'm hoping to see more sets like this. Even if it's simply, even if it starts off with just small mechs like this. If it's more DC characters that aren't Batman, I'm all for it. So that was my review on this little set. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. And I'll see you all in the next video. Later, everybody.